Never assume that Kelly Clarkson didn't have anything to say. The host of The Kelly Clarkson Show has a talk show because she enjoys talking. When the Grammy winner joined The Voice's coaching lineup in 2018, replacing Miley Cyrus in season 14, Alicia Keys, Adam Levine, and Blake Shelton observed that, similar to her predecessor, she might be a bit of a chatty Cathy. As each coach pitched himself to artists during the blind auditions, Keys spoke quickly and without pause in a 2018 promotional film, likening Clarkson's approach to an auctioneer. "Kelly talks a lot," Shelton concurred. However, Clarkson objected to any criticism Levin might have given, pointing out that he was at least as vocal as she was. "Adam is completely not self-aware," she objected. Then Shelton hauled out a lavish prop to further advance the long-standing joke about Clarkson's famed gift of gab. In the 2018 video, Shelton jokingly said, "I'm sure wherever Clarkson is right now, people are passing out because there's no oxygen left in the room." The video then went to Shelton actually holding a mask that was connected to an oxygen canister, as if to demonstrate his point. Levin was excited to share this as Clarkson continued to rant. Levin went on to say, "She can talk all she wants. I will never not love it. I think she's hysterical." Shelton has made light of Clarkson's tendency to talk a lot throughout the years. Shelton quipped that he can't get a word in when Clarkson questioned him about his own songs during a 2019 interview on The Kelly Clarkson Show. Additionally, Clarkson made Shelton laugh when she joked, "I can't help it that I'm really good at talking." During the two coaches' interview with 102.7 KIST FM, Clarkson talked candidly about her experience working with Shelton on The Voice in a 2023 interview with NBC Insider, describing him as hysterical. "Laughing a lot is the best thing about working with Blake Shelton on The Voice. Among the funniest persons I've ever met is him." Before laughing, Clarkson said, "The worst thing about working with Blake Shelton on The Voice is he is a liar. He's hysterical." Along with her colleagues, veterans Levin and John Legend, Clarkson will be one of 3 coaches on The Voice Season 29, which is officially titled The Battle of Champions. In addition to having the first ever 3-coach panel on The Voice, Season 29 will feature a number of new format modifications, including a new super steal during the battles round and the triple turn competition during the blind auditions. Clarkson revealed on Late Night with Seth Meyers in February 2018 that she enjoys the banter the coaches have on The Voice, in addition to having the opportunity to mentor young artists during the competition. "As a coach, I love selling myself. I'm fiercely competitive. Yeah," she said, "I'm like obnoxious competitive." Fans are eager for her eagerly anticipated comeback. Viewers of The Voice are accustomed to powerful singing, poignant backstories, lighthearted rivalries, and the odd shocking revelation. However, when Kelly Clarkson seemed to have Blake Shelton wearing an oxygen mask while filming, even devoted fans were taken entirely by surprise. Social media users were immediately intrigued, alarmed, and amused by the unexpected occurrence. Was there a severe problem? Was it a joke? Or was this just another noteworthy development in the two actors' renowned on-screen friendship? The reality of the oxygen mask incident is really much more amusing and perfectly consistent with The Voice's ethos. A moment that caused fans to stop mid-scroll, only The Voice could deliver the way the scene played out. Cameras showed Kelly Clarkson hovering close by, obviously delighted, as Blake Shelton sat in his trademark coach's chair while donning an oxygen mask. Fans went into a frenzy over the contrast between Kelly's barely restrained laughing and Blake's composed, slightly perplexed manner. Screenshots and brief videos took over social media in a matter of minutes. After years of coaching conflicts, some fans made the joke that Blake was now worn out. Others questioned whether the filming had become serious. Some people even conjectured that the incident might have been a covered health scare. However, people who knew Blake and Kelly knew better. The renowned dynamic between Clarkson and Shelton, one of the most fascinating relationships in The Voice's history, has been that of Kelly Clarkson and Blake Shelton. Sincere friendship and constant mocking have always coexisted in their relationship. The pair lives on upsetting each other, from fictitious rivalry and overblown reactions to lighthearted insults that somehow always land with warmth. Kelly, who is well known for her quick wit and contagious laugh, has never passed up the chance to make fun of Blake's histrionic reactions, particularly when his emotions are running high during performances. Blake, on the other hand, has perfected the ability of feigning indifference while secretly relishing every moment of the mayhem. Fans who had followed Blake's journey, therefore, thought trouble was brewing when he ended up wearing an oxygen mask. The show that transformed the space, according to reports. The event followed a particularly strong live performance or audition. The Voice contestants frequently perform emotionally intense songs that clearly shake the mentors. Exaggerated reactions, tears, and astonished stillness are nothing new. Kelly said that Blake couldn't breathe after seeing the performance on this specific occasion since it was so dramatic, and Kelly's reaction was so outrageous. Kelly threw herself into the drama. Whether it was through her powerful voice, poignant lyrics, or just her stage presence. Her answer? A mask made of oxygen. Kelly Clarkson's trademark comedy in action. Although Kelly Clarkson has always shown her emotions, she also enjoys a good joke. She frequently exaggerates the situation to defuse tense situations. Her method of transforming seriousness into humor was to give Blake an oxygen mask. After a demanding performance, Kelly turned it into a memorable TV moment, rather than allowing the excitement to wane. It was a quintessential Clarkson move. Lighthearted, impromptu, and intended to keep the mood entertaining for both competitors and spectators. Naturally, Blake complied. Blake Shelton into the bit. Blake Shelton's ability to accept the humor is one of the reasons the occasion went so well. He calmly wore the mask as if it were vitally necessary, leaning into the gag rather than brushing it off or going out of character. The scenario was made further funny by his deadpan reaction. Blake increased the humor without saying much by portraying the oxygen mask as a perfectly normal reaction. It was the epitome of hilarious timing and evidence that sometimes little truly is more. Peak voice energy, not a medical emergency. There was never any actual danger, despite some fans' initial worries. The oxygen mask was just used as a prop for comedic effect. No emergency, no health scare, just two seasoned instructors doing what they do best. The incident reminded everyone that The Voice is more than simply a singing competition. It's about chemistry, charisma, and crafting moments that endure long after the program concludes. Why it was favored among fans. The moment with the oxygen mask struck a chord because it seemed genuine. It wasn't very polished or scripted. It was an instinctive response brought up by years of friendship, enthusiasm, and emotion. Supporters adore it when coaches let their guard down and just enjoy themselves. At times like this, the show becomes less competitive and more of a communal experience, where humor is valued equally to skill. An icon of Kelly and Blake's time on the program. Over time, Kelly and Blake contributed to defining a specific period of The Voice. From satirical disagreements to sincere support for the competitors, their chemistry produced several viral moments. Now, the scene with the oxygen mask adds to that list, a glimpse of why their presence was so crucial to the show's character. Winning or losing wasn't the point. It was about connection, amusement, and keeping things lighthearted, even when feelings were running high. The greater picture. The significance of these moments. Authenticity is the lifeblood of reality competition shows. From a distance, viewers may detect contrived drama. However, audiences remember sincere responses, particularly when they are funny. It wasn't intended television gold when Kelly Clarkson gave Blake Shelton an oxygen mask. It was impromptu, ludicrous, and just right. Long after the season is over, fans will still recall, discuss, and share those experiences. A final taste of Blake Shelton's heritage moments like this gained more significance once Blake Shelton eventually left The Voice. They remind us of the warmth, humor, and willingness to laugh at himself that he brought to the program. Kelly also made a lasting impression as one of the show's most entertaining and emotionally transparent coaches. They developed a relationship that made the series more than just a singing contest. Concluding remarks. What was the reason behind Kelly Clarkson's decision to have Blake Shelton wear an oxygen mask on The Voice? Because it was necessary at the time. Because comedy is a powerful emotional healer. Because when The Voice surprises us, it's at its best. Additionally, Kelly and Blake were adept at converting intensity into humor. Sometimes the most memorable parts of a program that is based on strong voices and emotional journeys are the unexpected humorous ones. And One Oxygen Mask became a representation of all that fans adore about The Voice, because of Kelly Clarkson's quick thinking and Blake Shelton's flawless comic control.